Hello everybody at Enchanted Emerald. This is Melissa bringing you another card pull, and this is going to be for the energy for today, Self-Care Sunday, April 18th, 2021. And here we have, out of the traditional Rider-Waite deck, the Three of Pentacles. So I definitely feel as though, yes, you're building something and you're building something big. And I do feel this big energy coming in. I think I was talking about this in the video the other day, how I feel like there's some fall feeling in the air, which to me always signals that there's some big change coming, which is awesome. I think everybody's really planted some seeds probably for their spring intentions, and they're all going to sprout and come up really beautifully. And I feel as though there is, of course, here on the bottom of the deck, the Nine of Swords. There's some anxiety about this because there's some doubt, right? We're all battling this internal demons, so to speak, right? We have these things coming up where we're kind of questioning, hey, is this something that's meant for me? Is this something that is happening in my favor? And maybe you're just, dealing with this battle, what's happening and showing up for us externally. Is this something that's meant to be? Will it happen? Is it going to come in the way that I want it to? And is it going to look like exactly everything that I need, or be everything that I need? And so all of these things are kind of bubbling up and surfacing, which I'm going to revisit here at the end of this reading as we get into it. But with the Three of Pentacles, really, Spirit is saying like there's things that you've done to improve your life, that you've made these incredible leaps and bounds to get where you are. And I think that there's this energy and air about it that we have really dismissed all of that, right? Because it's taken a lot of time and effort to get you where you are right now. But we're so focused on like, this is where we want to be, that sometimes we're not staying focused in the present and being grateful for where we are and how far we've come and all of the work that it took to get us here. So I think that it's important for us to kind of, first and foremost, of course, acknowledge that as we move forward into this energy, because, really we have to, what I'm hearing is like the lyrics to that song, one foot in front of the other. I'm a horrible singer, right? But we put one foot in front of the other because that's what's going to get us the change that we want, right? We change the reflection that we see in the mirror every day if we're not happy with it. And that's just, a metaphor, of course, for everything that's transpiring, right? If you want to make change in your life and see it happen for you, you have to take action to be a part of that change. And so that coupled with faith, right, will get you to where you want to be. And, what I see with that is that with that one foot in front of the other, Spirit shows me like this. It's like a flip book. You know how you like flip through a book and all of a sudden you see like the story, how it unfolds, and all of a sudden the kite flies out of the person's hand or something. And that's what I really see with that, is because each page, as you turn each page one more step, you've gone one step further, and then the next page. And so when you're flipping through the book, you flip through the whole thing and you see the whole story so quickly. And that's how we really want things to happen. But in real life, it doesn't happen that way. And it's one step at a time. And so of course it has to happen slowly, because there's this whole thing playing out in our energy where we have to be able to prepare ourselves. And I'm getting chills with this, prepare ourselves mentally, right, to get us into a space where we're open to receiving things as they come in, or we're open and prepared to handle these things. And we have to prepare ourselves emotionally so that we're mature enough to make these decisions and handle these more responsibilities, or whatever that looks like as it's coming in and manifesting for you. But if you were to just have like, boom, say $1 million dropped in your lap, it could be a little overwhelming, right? You have to be like, oh my gosh, am I going to allocate all of these funds where I'm supposed to, right? And so in terms of, growth, it doesn't help so much, right? Especially if it's just, handed to you from spirit. And so there's this huge, beautiful like growth process. And that's where we turn from the caterpillar into the butterfly as we transform through this whole process. There's a growth process with it. And so in the end, you have a lot more appreciation for where you are. And it's a really beautiful process in the end. It can be a little frustrating when you're in the middle. And so you're preparing these things. And so some of these things mentally, like, are you saying, yes, I know I deserve it, and you really mean that, but then you're noticing as, a little bit along the way, things might be surfacing, bubbling up underneath where something happens, and then you immediately feel in your heart chakra, like, dang, like, I don't like the way that feels because it makes me feel like I don't deserve that. Whatever just happened in my external environment triggered something, and I know right now I'm feeling like I'm not worthy of this or that. And so if you're noticing those feelings coming up, then that's something that you need to work on, right? Because we are worthy. And so if that's something that's coming up, that's how it's preparing you mentally, because we need to be acknowledging these things as they come up. And so how are you collaborating with other people, and how are these other people influencing you? These are all things to kind of play into the whole scheme of that, because that's how that play on other people and how we interact with them, that can signal those things to happen, that triggers us inside. And these things come up for us to heal and to acknowledge. And so for self-care, of course, we look at the self-care deck, and the Independence card came out with the Courage card. Beautiful cards here. So Independence, decide for yourself, exercise your right to choose, and Courage, take the leap, your courage will see you through. Beautiful cards. With this, I'm really feeling like it's like building a muscle, right? As you take each of those steps, you're stretching more and more, right? You're stretching beyond your limits each time you challenge yourself to do that, or to do things differently, right? Overall. And so Spirit's reminding us to kind of push past that fear, like this lion, okay? And with that, Spirit showed me like that scene from The Lion King where Simba, he roars and then the whole valley like shakes. But when he went to roar, he only thought that he was going to have this little like roar, and it was like roar, and it shook the whole valley, and he shocked himself, right? So just as that valley shook and Simba was shocked, through this whole process, you're going to find yourself feeling a little shook at the end, because you're going to be super surprised that you have really stretched yourself beyond your limits. You've grown so much, and you're really going to be so surprised at what you're capable of at the end of all of this, and really feel yourself leading yourself into a whole new direction. And really pushing past even these limitations that maybe you've placed on yourself. And that's where things are going to turn out a little bit surreal, and it's going to be an amazing thing. So really, really great read here for Self-Care Sunday. I do so hope that this resonates for you. If it does, please do let me know. You can hit me up in the comments below. Hit me up in the messenger or at enchantedemeraldny@gmail.com if you're looking for your own personal reading, because you just want to delve further into what's going on with me, or you have some unanswered questions. If you're interested in that, if you're interested in a healing session, a life coaching session, anything that like relationship reads, I'm definitely open and available to help you with it. I love to do these things. So I hope everybody has a beautiful rest of their weekend, and I will be back, of course, with another read for you guys again soon. Thank you so much. Take care.